Hi guys, my name is Mindy. I'm from here in northern Utah. I wanted to go through with you guys a little bit of what my passion is, a little bit of what I want to do with myself and what I want to do with my life. If I could choose one thing to do for the rest of my life, that's the $1,000,000 question, and I think I found my answer, at least for me. So I'd like to go over this with you, but first I want to have a huge shout out to a girl named Laura. Her YouTube is Laura BGP. She has done this exact same thing, and it is absolutely insanity how similar this is. I actually stumbled upon her video after I created my own farm or my own farm paper. So, huge shout out. I totally support. I think you're doing awesome. I've seen your home study site. I think it's beautiful. Much support and keep going. So, my own dream farm is right here. This is what mine looks like. It is a Western agriculture type of farm or a ranch. I do want to have a store, so my store is over here in this corner. This would add to the main strip of a small town. I want a little town, probably 1,000 or less people. And I want to have a little store here. What I want to sell is mainly survival needs, farm equipment, everything and anything essential and necessary for sustaining life out in the faraway country. Lawnmowers, shovels, pickaxes, whatever it is you can name it, I would like to have it for everybody there. This would be, of course, the long stretch here is the main street of the town. So I do have my small yard area right here, which will hold everything from small cattle to goats to pigs to chickens to geese to ducks to rabbits. If you name it, I would like to have it there. This would be their little quarantine area, so they would be comfortable going in there. This is where they would eat their own specific food and kind of hang out in there so that people walking along here can really see and have a relationship almost, I guess, with the animals that are there. I do have a little patio area out here where people can sit, have a glass of tea or whatever else, and watch their kids play over here within the petting zoo, which will be all somewhat fenced in here. Along the main street, if you keep going, would be my private driveway that goes up here to my home. This is my hay field. I want to have alfalfa hay so that everybody can eat there. This will be my little shop to where I make things for the store. So I'd have leather work, I want to make knives, I want to make hats, carpentry, and wooden or steel decor, things like that to sell there. I will have a little dairy station right here where people can come and collect their eggs. They can milk cows, make butter, things like that. Just a little dairy station that's contributed specifically for utilizing that part of an animal. This little driveway that goes off here would go to the bunk houses. So I do want to have little houses here where people can stay either on a meditation retreat, as a camping trip, as a family vacation, when people do weddings, if they do birthday parties, if they're just traveling, need a place to stay. I want a place for campers and just to kind of do what they need to do. While they're there, they can utilize everything that's here. This in the center is a aquaponics system, so there's a little gazebo right here where people can fish. Off the side, it's a big, huge pond actually with catfish, trout, things like that, fish that people can actually eat. And on top of it is a typically floating garden. I want it to overlap a little bit, but what happens is the vegetables are rooted and the fish can eat the algae and things off the bottom of the root systems, and then the waste from the fish actually feeds the roots to the veggies. So it's a self-sustaining system that's always providing, and that's something that I really want to have. Over here with the petting zoo, and the other thing that is available for an all-day experience would be the guided horseback trail rides, which is over here from the store. I want to have big long stables, so like a big red barn type looking thing, and then you go inside and it has like the hallways and just horses on horses. This back here would just be their feeding area and resting area, and then they would have a trail that goes behind here where people can go jump on a horse, have a guided horseback trail ride, take as long as they want and get to like a point B, and then jump on a raft or a canoe or go rock climbing and go to another point, and have just all of these options for people to go from my spot where I'm at to go enjoy nature to its fullest with whatever resources that we have available, and then actually end up back. And if needed, I can even have the children stay. I want to have plenty of workers staying and working their keep, and also people from the town to employ those people. So I do want to have just either volunteers or just people who are okay with that, just to make sure all of the animals stay very docile and easy to work with and things like that. So the guided horseback, they can come back here. The backyard area right here, which is more so private, is my deer and elk farm. So this is one thing I really want to explain. With the Western agriculture, hunting plays a big part of that. I don't want people to be turned off by that, because I don't feel like it's going anywhere, first off, and second, I want to have 30 acres plus set aside to breed deer and elk. The first thing it does is, if people were to hunt on my property of selected breeders that I have selected, it'll take away the need for people to hunt on wilderness land or national forest areas, and I'd actually like to get ahead on breeding to such a point where I can release those back into it. I'm very much a conservationist, whatever you want to call it, but I do want to have that service available, just because if people are going to move to the country, I almost feel like things like that are the things that they're going to want to pursue, and if I make that easy for them to obtain when they do go out there, to get a really prized, beautiful, symmetrical animal, that it'll almost sustain them a little bit from wanting to go out and hunt year after year after year. I understand that it is for food, but there's a lot of it that has to do with getting the biggest and the best that you can get, and it's a very prideful thing, and I do understand the do's and don'ts and the yes and no's of hunting. The prideful part, yes. I'm hoping that if we can kind of get that out of some people's system, it might be done. But anyways, that's kind of what I want to do. That's where it's at. Thank you guys for watching. Much love.